Hello, it's Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts. I am back to, put a cover on my pen that I didn't cover yesterday when I was here. So, okay, we have a few little items here I can put away. Because I didn't yesterday when I left my room, I was tired and worn out. So there we go. So we left off on this little goodie. And I was going to sew around it, and honestly, I just had nothing but no energy left yesterday. So, yeah. So I don't think I'm not sure I want that right like that. So I'm going to pull those up so I can cut them off back here. I still have not found my scissors from Christmas. What the heck? Where did I put them? You know, they must be in the wrapping paper box. They work so good for cutting wrapping paper that that's where I put them, I'll bet. Anyway, in the meantime, I've ordered myself a new pair, and as soon as they arrive, I know I'll find the other ones, so, you know, it's not like they're lost forever. I'm trying not to cut into the paper, because that would be like crummy. Now, because I'm going to cover this spine up, when I put my paper in, it'll go over this. If I was going to not put lace or anything over the spine, I wouldn't have added these until I added my paper. Does that make sense? Okay. So, the next thing we have to do with these is to add our paper, because it's paper time. So let me find some pink papers. We might as well go pink, pink, pink on this one. Look at all that paper. That's not the one I want though. But I am going to, I don't know, take several sheets like this. And I think we'll fold it like this so there will be just enough room in it like this. And we'll figure out where we want to cut this in half, and then I'll use both halves I got some new pencils for Christmas. I know, it's so exciting. I needed some new ones. I will cut it here, and then I will add these papers back into this pad. They will be smaller, but it's okay. This is a junk journal. They do not have to be perfect. No, no, no. So, let's see if it'll cut this first. I might have a little too many. I might have to get the bigger cutter out. They're a little crooked. It's okay. Oh, almost. Look at that. That is so darn close. Just was just a little bit too deep. Cut that off like that. I'm going to put this one back in here. I'm going to cut it a little bit smaller. Wing! And that goes like that. Then we will let's take this pretty one and put it in here. Just going to put them towards the middle. And then we might have to cut some off over here because they'll be shorter. And put this one in. And this one. And that one. That one. That one. And there we go. Now, some of these I want to scoot back towards the middle, really. Don't want them all going to the bottom, because then they'll be too full at the bottom. Boy, I do need my big scissors, don't I? I could use my knife. But boy, those big scissors would be really nice right here. That's pretty good. Yeah, there we go. I think it'll work. What do you think? Okay. So, now, the journal is going to go on the fatter side. The fatter, this way fatter. And what we need to do first of all is, I'm going to set my punch on that. And I want to figure out where I want to put my holes here. I don't know if I can get through this with all that glue that's in it. Although that would be a grand place to put it. But I think we'll go each side of it. So, I'm going to use my ruler because it rules. Okay, so there's a 1. Of course, this is the pen that that I had. Okay, there's an inch, and then we need it right at about 3 inches right here. So right about here, and then maybe over that way just a little bit. So want to poke a hole there, poke a hole there, and poke a hole right there. Oh, they look pretty close. This one is off a little bit, but yeah, it sure is. I don't know. Gonna leave it just like that. Okay, now we'll line this kind of up here. That is not a good pencil. That's why he bought me new ones. Is this one a pencil? No, that's a beautiful pen that I got. Okay. Now, I'm going to grab all these. And this may not work. So far, so good. Yep, worked fine. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to get back through here, but let's try it. Right here is going to go there. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And a little shorter. Doesn't need to be a complete 3. Okay. Okay. Oh. Dang, I lost it. I lost it. It's not always easy to punch these through, is it? I mean, we try so hard to do it perfect, and it's just like, ah. Who said this was fun to do this part? I don't like this part at all. Do you? I think if I just would do a hole punch through it, that'd be perfect, wouldn't it? That'd be sweet. Okay. I meant to see if I could hide that under there. Under here, but I can't because there's too much glue. Too much glue. So we're just going to go this way. Tight, tight. Ooh, 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 not tight. I don't think I cut through my leftover right. Right over the left. That should do it. That works. It's not in there perfect, but it's in there. Okay. So that brings us back up to here. And we'll tighten this up by gluing it down. And let me get some lace. Now, I was going to use this, but I decided I didn't like it with the raggy stuff. So I kind of wanted it to be the raggy stuff. Let's just see. I don't know. Maybe it'll be alright. What do you think? Glue the white up there. Yeah, I think we'll use it. Let's just use it. I mean, that's what we thought about using in the first place, so let's go for it. Okay. Now, where is my tape? My tape was there. I moved it over here. Ta-da! I want the wide tape. I want my pin back in here. There we go. Okay. We're just going to use you. Does it matter? I don't think it really matters which side is which. One's not any brighter than the other. So, going to apply this one right along here in a nice straight line if I can. I'll just cut it. And now I want to do that again over here. I'm doing this so the glue doesn't seep through. That is why I'm doing this. Because I'm going to use it to tape it and glue it down. And I do have some smaller of this, but first we'll peel this stuff off and then we'll put down the next tape. And that should seal up this piece of fabric so that that other glue does not soak on through it. Oops, oops, oops. Voila. This one's going to go right down the middle. Okay, it's not going to go right down the middle. It's going to stick where it wants. Alrighty. And we will need Fabri-Tac. I'll try not to put it right there because that is where the fabric shows where the tape, where I missed with the tape, where the tape missed. Let's blame the tape. Whoops. Got some on there anyway. Okay. So I think what we'll do is, what should we do? How should we do this? Put this part like right there. And then kind of fold that around, I guess. Oh, I didn't leave myself enough space, really. Look at that, crookedy. That's because of the bumps here. But we can fix that. There's ways to fix things. I'm not worried about it. We have our ways of fixing things. Like Granny always said on Beverly Hillbillies. We're gonna get out the fixins and dinner will be ready soon. We're going to have possum stew. Oh, and then Jethro would say, Granny, that's my favorite. Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing there. Very weird. I don't like it at all. I knew I wouldn't. Always go with your first impression. If your first impression says, don't do it, then don't do it. What else? Maybe that could go down along the edges. Let me grab a different one. That might have worked. Let's see. I was thinking maybe this could go over that. And then I thought, well, maybe this could go over that. So let's first look at this. Yes, it goes this way. So that could actually go over that and give it just a little bit of lace. And that looks better. But what if we do a little bit of this one first? We're just going to lace this baby up. Ooh, look at that. It's got pink. Oh, maybe we'll just use that. There we go. I think that'll work. It looks okay with the raggy part under it. Under there. Although if we don't like the raggy part, we can always put something on it. But I think that looks better. I'm not going to use all the tape. I should, but the tape will be sticky too, so. Oh, come on. I would peel that off, but I can't. So I have to do it this way, guys. I have to. Don't want to, but I have to. There we go. That does look better. I should have went with my first idea, which was the lace. Need to put some more glue in this. It's so particular, you know, this glue. But we love it, don't we? That looks a lot better. A lot better. I don't want to press on it too much because I don't want it to get, I don't want the glue to seep through. Okay, so let's try and leave that closed until it, after I clip this off, I want to close it and not mess with it until it's dry. And then I'll re-glue any little pieces that need to be glued down. Throw those little pieces away. Okay. So now we've come down to doing our closure. Now, you can do your closure like I did with just a piece of cardboard, and that's what I'm going to show you today, is just using a piece of cardboard to make that closure. Let me get my pins back in my lace. Okay, there's that one. This one, I need one. There we go. Okay. So this is what I've done with the other one. So we will do something like that. Looks like we could make a little wider one for this one. We're going to just cover it with this, because this is the inside piece right there. So first we'll cut this. And, oh, not with that. That would be scoring. No, oh, it's right under here. Duh. Let me get my paper off of here. And some of that. And this is how long? From there to there. Okay. So, I don't know, maybe let's try this. Really, it feels like it needs to be two pieces because this feels pretty darn thin, especially since I split it at the back. So if I was to take a second one of these, like so, right there. There we go. And then cut it right there. Nip that extra off. You could use a thicker piece of cardboard, or like we talked about yesterday, you could use a pen. If you had one the right size, you could use chopsticks or skewers, tongue depressors. You could use, I might have one, hang on. Hang on, I'm getting there. Gotta hang the other ones back up. You could use one of these. Look at this. And then we wouldn't have to make one. Let's see how it looks. You have to weave it through there with its crookedness, but that would work. So that would work. That is a bookmark, but I don't like it. It's too crooked. If it was a straight one, perhaps it would work good. So carry on making our own. Make sure this is going to fit. Yes. Okay. Trim it off just slightly. Get rid of that extra piece of paper there on the edge. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Yep. That works out good. Okay. Now, we will let's glue this down right here onto here. Leave enough paper that we can cut it off if we need to. If it's that far, it will need to be cut off. So I'm putting glue on one side of this. How long is this? This is 6.5 inches long. We're going to glue it, oh, I don't know, right about here. And now I want to take my scoring tool, and I'm just going to score along here to help it to fold better. And we're going to do the same over here. That's just going to help it score a little easier. And now we're going to take this. Like so. And let's see if we're going to have to cut any of this off. So it's going to go to right there. Just like so. And then this one, I'm going to go ahead and fold it over, like so. I wanted to get these fold lines in here. I'm just going to cut it down, just so it's easier to play with. And first I'll start over here. No, first I'm going to start right here. This way. So I think probably right about here. Okay, right there is where I want to cut this piece, if it'll fit under here. And of course it won't. How could I do that? So, if we have that piece, it goes between those dots and those dots. So it's going to be somewhere in there. There. Okay, going to clip in towards the piece and then kind of up like a star point. Don't know if that'll work. I'm hoping it does. So first I'll put in that star point like that. And now I'll put in this one like that. And now you want to take your bone folder and fold that little piece in. Basically like you're binding a book, only you're binding a little tiny piece of stuff. You can see how it kind of lays down there. And see down here, you could see that it makes a little hole right there. So that little hole is what you want to get rid of. And you're just kind of folding that in there against the rest of it. Okay. Okay, this was our top piece. I could have cut it off just a little bit wider and it would have been fine. Do run your glue right along the edge and then fold it over. Give it a squish. Oh yeah, there we go. And we'll do the same thing over here. A little bit of glue. Whoops, made a mess. Yay, me. Okay. Now, okay, get that glue off, extra glue. And we'll get the extra pencil line off of there. Okay, now at the top, we want to find our little hole puncher, which is this one. Right here, I'm going to use the larger hole, the hole punch, and I'm going to put that right in the middle of the top. Oh boy. Whew, right there. And now, so it will poke through a little easier, I'm going to cut off this little edge, like so, right there. And I'm going to make this one similar. And then I want to make sure I get back in there and glue those pieces down. And then I do want to ink them. This is where decoupaging it actually might be a good idea. There. Go over here. There we go. Now, the doodad. We need a doodad in there. And I have these to put on there, one of those. Ooh, I might just put this one on because I've put a lobster claw on there. And that would fit in there perfectly. No little pin cones in there. Oh dear. Oh, here we go. Wonder if it's going to fit. Oh boy, look at that. It may not fit. I may have to find one with a longer base on it. sometimes they come with a longer base on them, but I don't see that I have any of those. So I'm going to compress my my paper here down a little bit flatter so that when I get this thing around there, it will adhere. I hope. Nice and tight. Yes. I think we've got it. I think we do. Okay, so I have all kinds of them here. I have this one that would just fit in the hole. Well, that's not exactly so. I would have to put a like a dressmaker's pin in there or something so it would hang. That would work. Maybe I have one over here. Sometimes I have them, sometimes I don't. No. Let me grab a dressmaker's pin. Not there. Not there. Oh, good heavens. Here we go. We'll just grab a dressmaker's pin and, or not a pin, but oh, you'll see. You'll see it in a second. One of these guys. So I guess we'll go with this rose gold. Is this one going to clasp? Yes. Okay. So let me go up here and am I going to take that off? Well, maybe not. Nope, I'm not going to go that way. We are going to go this way. Of course, you could add a few more things to it. It does not work very well with a dressmaker pin, does it? There we go. Okay, so there we have that. That will work. And I will put those over there. And I have attached down below a link to my playlist. It's not to the playlist, but it's to a certain video that would probably help you to make a chain thing. It's just this one. The difference is that this one, these are a piece of chain that is actually folded over. Like, I took my chain and I folded it over like this, and then I ran this one or two through this through my wire. So if this was my wire, then you would run it through like so, clip it off, and then you'd run your next one through, clip it off, so on and so forth. So you would end up with this chain dangle down here. But I used, I think I used 20 gauge wire on this one. And so I ran it through, made my loop up top, and then I came down to the bottom. No, I did the loop last up here. See, I don't remember how I did it. But this is 2 bead caps here, another bead cap, a spacer, and then a cap on this bead, and then a spacer, and then one of those angel beads, and a little angel hat. And then I ran my wire up, made a loop, and twisted it around. It was really quite easy. If you need me to show you how to make those, I would be happy to. So, there we go. I think something that needs to happen to this is, it needs to get a little rounded off here. And then you would want to, of course, ink it. There we go. That's a little bit better, I think. And then you run it through. Now, if you want it to be a little more snug, you would have to take, this minute I'll show you. You have to take something. You would glue these two tighter, and then this would be more snug here. But it's pretty good, you know, where it's at. So then you might want to put something over here as a decoration. Maybe you'd want to add some of this over here. Depends on if you have your sewing around it or what, you know. But maybe a flower or some roses here. Let's see. Something, a snippet of some kind. Butterfly. No. Anyway, you get the idea. We don't need to go on with it, but it kind of gives you an idea of some things you might want to do to it. Maybe on the back you'd want to put something. But there we go. That is our finished product. At least as far as I'm taking it today. And it's only a 2-parter. And let me know if you have good luck making a chain dangle. Just you should be able to learn all the different parts to a bead dangle just at the video that I've attached. So that should be very helpful. Okay, let me get rid of those. Let me get rid of some of this like I normally do. It helps me to kind of get things ready for the next video by doing this. I need to put my pin in. I need to fill my glues. This lets me know everything I need to do. I need to clean all my tips. And I'll put that over there. I'm going to toss this one because it just does not work good. And clean this up. And find the one that we made yesterday, the day before. Now, see, this one's a little sloppy, but it also doesn't go through very well because it's paper over here, and here is fabric. So fabric, fabric makes that nice little fold where paper doesn't, but the paper actually looks neater, doesn't it? So, I don't know. I think maybe the paper is better. What do you think? Bring you in a little bit closer. There we go. And that is our project on this closure. Thank you for joining me for these 2 videos, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.